that everything looks normal, yet you still feel off, tired, foggy, anxious, or just not yourself. It's hard not to take it personally. You start to wonder if it's all in your head. And when no clear explanation is offered, the disappointment runs deep. It can feel as though what you're experiencing is being brushed aside, as if you're a fraud for even asking. That's when most of us go searching for answers elsewhere, and the internet is ready, with friendly faces, confident voices, and endless promises. They tell you your hormones are out of balance. They say it's easy to fix. Just reset, a detox, a supplement away. It sounds scientific, feels validating, and gives you hope. You've probably read a lot and maybe even gathered lots of test results. That shows how much you care about your health. The hard part is that the more we read online, the harder it becomes to know which parts are true. Some stories spread because they are true, others spread because they sell. The hormone imbalance story does both. It begins in real frustration and then grows into an industry. So in this video, we'll follow its trail, how it starts in the clinic, explodes on social media, and ends in your shopping cart. And in the next episode, we'll lift the lid on the test kits, natural balance, formulas, and persuasive marketing that seem to be everywhere. Yes, hormones affect almost everything: energy, weight, mood, sleep, skin, fertility. When it feels off balance, it's easy to blame your hormones. But hormones are subtle, they're interconnected and constantly changing. They vary minute to minute with stress, diet, age, and medication, and often in perfectly normal ways. That uncertainty makes hormones the perfect hook. Words like balance, detox, reset, thyroid support, liver cleanse, adrenal fatigue, and blood sugar reset sound modern and fixable. They promise control over something invisible. And the more complicated real endocrinology feels, endocrinology being the hormones, the more appealing these simplified stories become. Some companies even sell home hormone test kits, tiny boxes that collect saliva, dried blood spots, or urine to map your hormones. But if it were that simple, what's the point of high-tech pathology labs, validated assays, and trained specialists? These kits rarely show the full picture. They turn normal variation into supposed imbalance, fueling the idea that something is always wrong. These kits do exist in Australia, but they are less widely accepted by the mainstream clinicians in Australia. They are more often accessed through alternative and functional health settings. Availability isn't the same as reliability. Context and interpretation still matter. Think of misinformation as a three-legged stool: the health system gap, the social media effect, and the profit loop. Take away one leg and the whole thing collapses. When care feels rushed, expensive, or dismissive, people naturally looked elsewhere. That unmet need, the gap between what you feel and what you're told, is the open door. Behind it waits a comforting voice that says, I hear you, I believe you, it's your hormones. And for a moment, that feels like healing. Once that message hits the internet, emotion takes over. Posts that stir anxiety, hope, and outrage are pushed to the top of your feed. The more you click, the more you see. Personal stories and dramatic before and after videos drown out measured explanations. They spread fast because they are simple and relatable, not necessarily true. Have you noticed how often these videos end up with a product line? After attention comes monetization. Supplements, powders, creams, hormone balancing programs, each promising relief. In some circles, what looks like medical testing is bundled with product sales. Patients may be sent for private or even overseas blood tests through alternative practitioner networks. then guided toward an in-house supplements based on those results. Yes, some are harmless. Some are harmless. Others delay real diagnosis. Either way, your frustration becomes someone else's income stream. A local note for Australians. Saliva kits and functional panels do circulate here, but they sit mostly outside standard endocrinology and medical pathways. The issue isn't curiosity, it's making sure tests are appropriate, labs are accredited, and results aren't interpreted to justify automatic supplement sales. Also, beware that high-dose vitamin B7, biotin, for hair or nails can distort normal thyroid blood tests, sometimes making the thyroid blood test look falsely low. So odd results may reflect the supplement, not your glands. The internet doesn't always lie, it exaggerates or oversimplifies. Half truths are seductive because they sound almost right. Yes, hormones influence mood and metabolism, but not every symptom means imbalance. And feeling better after lifestyle change doesn't prove hormones were broken. It shows the body can adapt. Online authority comes from confidence, not credentials. When profit and self promotion outweigh empathy and science, patients lose twice. First to neglect, then to exploitation. Before you buy or share, ask who gains if I believe this? One, start with your own health professional, your doctor. Two, be cautious with test kits and quick labels. A $200 saliva kit cannot replace a proper clinical assessment, and certain supplements like high-dose biotin can skew thyroid tests. 3. Seek connection, not content. Find a clinician, a doctor who listens. You deserve a conversation, not sales pitch. 4. Stay curious but critical. Do a quick lab credibility check. Is the lab accredited? For example, NATA in Australia. Who interprets the result? Do they disclose known interferences and limits? 5. Be patient with your body. Hormones shift slowly, and healing is measured in months, not marketing cycles. If you've ever walked out of an appointment feeling unheard, you're not imagining it. That silence is real and it's painful. You were right to look for answers. The problem isn't your curiosity, it's the way it's being sold back to you. But the answer isn't in another detox or balance powder. It starts with understanding how these stories work, why they sound right, and why they're everywhere. We'll look at what's genuine, what's exaggerated, and what's simply clever marketing dressed as care. In our next episode, we'll move from the noise to the solutions, how to find real hormonal care without hype. We'll look briefly at the popular test kits and natural balance programs filling your feed, but the focus will be on what actually works. Clear communication, evidence-based investigation, and long-term habits that support genuine hormonal stability. Because even when you've been dismissed before, help still exists. It just needs to be found in the right places. Your body isn't broken, it's asking to be understood. If this talk helped you see the bigger picture, don't stop here. The next video is where we start building a backup. It will show you what genuine hormone care looks like and how to recognize trustworthy signs in a space full of promises. Thanks for joining me on this no hype health talk. Stay informed, stay kind to yourself, and remember, your health deserves honesty, not hype.